Hi everybody, it's Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration, and today is Take 5's Shabby to Fabby. So we're just going to take a pile of stuff and let's try to make something cute out of it. I've got these shims here. I think we're going to make us a little scarecrow for Halloween. Or, you know, could make a witch. I mean, a lot of things. But I think we're going to do a scarecrow from the stuff that I have out here. Okay, so I'm going to take my shims and I'm basically going to glue them together like this. Okay, I've got some little... I pulled these out. I'm trying to use up stash to see if there's... You know, these are from the Dollar Tree. I've had them forever. I was thinking maybe one of these owls or something could go on my scarecrow hat. We've got some of this fun stuff. I got some wire, some bandanas, and some burlap, of course. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with, we're going to glue all these together right here, just like this. Okay, so I am just going to use hot glue, and we're just going to put a bead of hot glue down on each one. And I kind of want it to be able to set up, so I've got to make sure that I'm gonna be going pretty good there, like that. I think we'll be okay, just like this. Now normally I would do a lot of editing on my video, but I think we're just gonna do this in real time and take it as it is. While I'm gluing these together, ouch, just put hot glue on my finger. That was smart. But anyway, I want to thank Jeanie, my co-host. We do these Take 5 playlists over here on YouTube every other week. So make sure you check us out every other Friday. If you are a creative and you would like to join us one Friday or every Friday, you let one of us know and we can add you to the chat for that. So we usually have different people that join us each time, and so it makes it a lot of fun to see a lot of new and exciting things. The playlist link is up in my description, so make sure you go check that out, and so you can watch all the wonderful creators. Okay, so now we have a base for our scarecrow. Now, I'm telling you, we could do scarecrow, we could do a witch, we could do Santa, we could do a lot of things with this. So this is a fun little thing to do, you know, to use for that, especially if you have some. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I was thinking about his hat. His hat could be made with this bandana. I have this strip here. I am not sure if it's, I think it's going to be long enough. I did pull out some red also. No, I think I want it to be a little bit longer. So I think what we'll do is, let's see what we have going as far as red goes. I have a lot more red than I do blue. So let's make us a couple strips of this and use it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple little cuts here, and we're just going to tear it. Now it's going to stop down there because that seam's down there. I just got to cut it off is all, right there. And actually I think I might leave that hooked together so that when we wrap around, so I kind of want to cover the top a little bit, and we're just going to go around for his little hat, you know. Sometimes they have, and I see that right there. So what I can do is I can go ahead and drop a little dab of glue right there to finish that, and then kind of tuck this so that doesn't show too bad, right? Put a little more glue right there and just kind of come in like this right here, just like that. And then just continue on. It does not need to be perfect because it's a scarecrow, right? It's a scarecrow. Now, I could have painted this. I chose not to paint it. I think the color is pretty good for a scarecrow face. But obviously, like I was saying, if you were making a witch or something like that, you might want to paint it green. You know, if you're making Santa, you might want it a little more peachy colored or whatever. Okay, so look at that. There's his little hat. Now, we're going to add to that hat. Let's add some wire going around there. Now, if you have like, you know, the pip beads. Know what I mean by the pip beads? Let's wait on that. We need to add some hair up underneath it. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use this for hair. I don't have any raffia, so I thought I could probably just use some pieces of this and tuck it up under there for his little hair pieces. But of course, you know, I already glued that, so I wasn't really thinking as I was going. But that's working right there, like that. And we can kind of tuck this up under here. Let's do this. I'm going to pull this off here. Okay, and we're going to pull this back. I'm going to hook a piece there, jump some of it there. Some hair. We'll trim it, of course. Right, like that. It doesn't matter if it sticks up at the top up there, because, you know, a scarecrow, his hair may be, you know, going all over the place. We don't know. We don't know what's happening with the scarecrow hair situation, right? So the fact that it's kind of hanging out everywhere is kind of cool looking, I think. Okay. So I'm pull that kind of tight. I kind of like the way that looks right there. What do you guys think? I think that looks cute. I think so. Okay, so now I'm going to re-glue this right here. Like that. Now this is my back, so nothing's going to show really. You know, it's going to be sitting against something. If, you know, you wanted to make this double-sided, put a face on both sides or whatever, and you wanted to make that look a little bit prettier, of course, just put another piece of bandana over the top of that, and it'll be just fine. Okay, so see what we have so far? Right there. Let me scoop this up right here. Now, what I kind of wanted to do is up here. I probably should put a little bit of glue up in here, but I'm going to wait. I kind of wanted to use this wire and just kind of go around the hat too. I don't know. I just felt like I should do something like that. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of start that in that mess of a glue right there. And we're just going to start winding around, not in any particular order or anything, but, you know, just kind of doing something with the wire. I'm just going to keep going around and come right back down to here. Okay, now those pip beads would be really cute to do this with. I just don't, I have some somewhere, but I don't know where they are. So there's that situation. Okay, I'm trying to pull out my pliers here because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece here that's stuck in the glue right there, and I'm just gonna twist these guys together. I guess I don't need my pliers. I can do it with my hand. Then I need to cut that off. So let's get us some wire cutter here. Right in the, maybe, goodness sakes. Christy's having a day, let me tell you. Well, she can't seem to do things the right way. But that's okay. All right, so now, did you see what happened? It came uncoiled. We'll go again. Great way to see how things don't always work exactly how you plan for them to work, right? A lot of times things just don't work the right way. Okay, so now I'm really making my wire look shabby. There's the theme, my shabby wire here. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to come around and we're going to stop right here so I have more. I should have twisted it before I cut it, you know what I mean? So I want to grab both pieces of wire here with my pliers. Oh my goodness, Christy. Maybe I shouldn't have real-time lived this for you guys because I can't seem to do anything right. Okay. this is what I was trying to do, is I just wanted to take both wires and twist them so that they stay together. That's all I was trying to do, Mr. Scarecrow. And it was not working out too well. Now this is just aluminum wire, so I don't really need to be using wire cutters. It will work just fine, you know, if you have like really strong scissors or something. So anywho, okay, whew, that was a big struggle right there, wasn't it? I don't know, maybe we should stick a few pieces of this stuff coming out up here. Just go stick it in there. Just kind of coming out over the top a little bit. I mean, there we go. We've got a sweet little scarecrow right here. Okay, so now what we want to do is I want to put a face on there. So I'm going to get some paint out. I'm going to use some black paint. Now I could use markers if I wanted to, but I'm going to use black paint. I'm going to use this dirty plate right here because I have not washed it yet. So I might as well just use it up rather than getting another one dirty, right? Okay, so let's grab a hold of this right here. And we're going to make kind of like we're going to end up putting a little bow on there and all kinds of stuff. So hold tight for some more things. Okay, so let's make a mouth, okay? We're going to make our mouth kind of go kind of crazy. Okay, just kind of, it's got a little bit of a crooked smile here. Right, like that. Okay. Now, of course, we got to do the stitch marks, right? Because the scarecrow's mouth is stitched on. Right? It's a little crazy looking little mouth, isn't it? Okay. So now up here, we're going to do just round eyes. I'm leaving plenty of room in the center because we're going to make a nose here in just a second. I think I might make the nose out of the burlap. I don't know yet. Let's see how well I can get this. You know, this is uneven that I'm putting this, or trying to do this circle on. So it may look a little crazy. Okay, so we have that. Now let's grab some white paint right here. Let's shake that up. Let's grab some white paint. Right there, we just need a dab will do ya. I'm gonna dry that real quick. Okay, good enough. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna make a dot. And we're going to make a dot for his eyes. Okay. Now I want to make even a smaller dot just to kind of be beside it a little bit. I don't know. So I'm just going to use this little thing. Just like that. I don't know. I think that looks kind of cute. Right there. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to stick that in some water. Right there. Wipe that off. Now, should we do, I'm trying to decide, I think I want to do a little piece of burlap that I have right here. I'm going to cut a section of it off. I'm just going to cut some off of here. Right there like that, because I got a ton out. Okay, and let's make us a little nose. I think I want to do a triangle nose. Okay, so I'm going to start out kind of big because we're going to fray it out. Okay, so it's going to look like it's huge. Okay, but we will fix it. Okay, I don't know that this is going to work. I may end up changing what I do completely, but we'll see. We'll see here. We'll see how well this comes out. See, I've pretty much pulled almost all the strings out of there. Almost looks like a little Christmas tree right there. Now I'm just going to chop it off about right here. That. And then we'll just stick that on there. I think that looks kind of cute. Just a plain little nose. Now you could make like a piece of candy corn. Whoops. Or something like that there if you wanted to. Totally up to you. Right there like that. Now he has a funny little nose right there. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some pink paint right here. Just a little dab will do us right there. And I'm just going to take this brush right here. And I don't want a lot, so I'm going to kind of dab it off a little bit. Just give him some little pink cheeks. Okay. So there we have some little pink cheeks. So there's what we have so far for our little scarecrow. Okay, so now I think what I want to do is I think I want to take this bandana here and let's make us a little bow, because why not, right? Let's make us a little bow here like this. So I know the theme is shabby to fabby, and we kind of think along the lines of upcycling something, but you know, the way I interpret shabby to fabby is just taking ordinary things, you know, and maybe making something you wouldn't expect out of those things, you know? So that could be a shabby to fabby also, either or. So we do shabby to fabby about once a month. So this is just what I had on my mind to make today. So I'm just going to chop those off because I don't want them hanging down in the little face right there. It's going to be looking like it's a little girl scarecrow. Let's put a lot of glue right there. Not a little. Let's put a whole bunch right there like that. Okay, I think he's turning out it became a she, turning out very cute. Probably should have glued these up in here. No, it's pretty darn tight there. There's just a piece sticking out. Let's shove that up in there like that. I can always go back and add some glue if I need to. But look how cute she's looking. Okay, now let's grab these things because I got them out. Let's see what we got in here. That might possibly be cute on here somewhere. Okay, we've got the keys, a dragonfly. Not real sure what that is. There's an owl. There's a couple owls. There's a ladybug. I don't know. I'm kind of... Why not? Why can't we add that on there? I'm going to. We have that, or I have a star. I have a little star here. I also have a button. That's kind of a big button. Let me see if I have a little bit smaller button over here in my little junk area that I put extra little things in. So I think the button's a little big. I think the ladybug would be kind of cute just to stick on there. We could even do the star here in the center. I don't know. I kind of like that. So I don't know. I don't think I'm wanting any of those because I can't make up my mind. So I think I'm going to leave them alone. But I think what I'm going to do is, before we jump off of here, is I'm going to take some more of this stuff. And I'm just going to I just want to make like a little tuft up here of this sticking up. Almost like she's got hair that's sticking up out of the top. just to add something to talk about that's going on up here. I'm just shoving it down inside where it's folded over there. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? I think that turned out really cute. Again, I want to thank Jeanie from Jeanie's Palette. She is my co-host today, and I want to thank everybody that's in the playlist that joins us. It is a lot of fun. We do all kinds of crazy things. The playlist link is in my description, as well as Jeanie's link to her YouTube. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see. So here's our final project. I think she turned out really, really cute. Again, I want to thank Jeanie from Jeanie's Palette, and this is a Friday Take 5 playlist. Make sure you check everybody out, and links are all up in my description.